Empire in the Andes. Once a great empire grew in the Andes Mountains of South America. This civilization took its name from its ruler, the Inca. The empire stretched from what is today Ecuador to central Chile. Like the Aztec, the Inca worshipped the sun, depending on maize, and organized a strong army. From village to empire. The Inca Empire began around 1200 in Cusco, a small village in a fertile mountain valley in what is today Peru. A drought reduced their farmland, so the Inca took over their neighbors' land. During the 1300s, the Inca ruled most of the valley. In 1438, a ruler called Pachacuti Inca extended the Inca borders west to the Pacific Ocean and south to Lake Titicaca, high in the central Andes. Sweat of the sun. The Inca worked rich gold mines. They called the metal sweat of the sun and used it to decorate temples to their sun god. The sun god's temple in Cusco had a huge sculpture of him decorated with precious stones. There was even a golden garden with flowers and birds made of gold. The Inca capital. Cusco served as the center of government, religion, and trade. The temples and government buildings at the center of Cusco were constructed of stone blocks. These blocks still fit together so well that it is impossible to put a knife between them. They can also withstand earthquakes. Beyond the main plaza were the palaces of the emperor and wealthy nobles. The nobles wore special headbands and earrings. One of the Spanish soldiers who visited the city was impressed by Inca wealth and skill. He wrote the following description in the 1500s. The interior of the Temple of the Sun was a mine of gold. On the western wall was the Son of God, engraved on a massive plate of gold of enormous size, thickly powdered with emeralds and special stones. The morning sun fell directly upon it at its rising, lighting up the whole apartment. Here's a picture of Peruvian quipu for counting and recording facts and events of Inca workmanship. A lost city. The Inca built a vast network of highways over 19,000 miles in length. One road climbed into the Andes and ended at the city called Machu Picchu. This town was forgotten until an American explorer named Hiram Bingham came across it in 1911. No one is sure why Machu Picchu was built or why it was abandoned. Machu Picchu is just one of many Inca mysteries. Although Spanish conquerors destroyed many Inca treasures in the 1500s, those remaining can give us a sense of the brilliant culture created by the children of the sun. Technology, speaking with thread. The Inca used a special cord called quipu. The quipu was about 2 feet long and had many threads of different colors hanging from it. For example, white thread stood for silver, yellow stood for gold, and red stood for war. By tying knots in the strings in a particular order, the Inca could send messages and keep records of battles, items traded, and births and deaths in a village. Putting it together. Inca farmers began terracing and using fertilizer to increase the crops their land produced. In addition to many roads, Inca engineers built large aqueducts. The Inca Empire controlled much of western South America until it was conquered by the Spanish in 1532. However, the Inca legacy remains. Millions of people still speak the Inca language, and many of the songs and poems of the Inca are still recited today. Here is a picture showing how the Inca built terraces on hillsides to hold rainwater for crops. And here is a picture of a stone wall, which is shown on the right from Machu Picchu.